All right, welcome back to another episode of Accelerate the Great. I'm your host, Nehemiah Davis, and I'm really excited about this particular episode, right? So, again, welcome to season 2. We're back, and we're bringing some of the hottest, some of the most impactful guests in the world to our platform, and I'm super excited that you get the opportunity to tune in. And today's episode is special, and I want to kind of share with you guys why this episode is special to me. So, for years, I've been mentoring a lot of young men, really with the goal of putting them on the proper path. And I've always had a big dream. My big dream was to be able to help one kid become a millionaire, right? By the time they're 18. That's been my goal. And I didn't know how it was going to happen, but I'm super excited to say that Trey Brown is that kid who's now generated $1 million in revenue in his business, right? And literally paper millionaire, and I'm saying we'll have $1 million in assets in these next several months, and I'm super excited that he get the opportunity to come on the stage. He's 14 years old, so I wanted to share with you guys his story, share with you guys just how this young kid thinks, and if you have a child, you really need to let them listen to this episode because this can be that spark that get them going. And the reason why I think it's so important for kids to listen to this episode, because oftentimes kids don't have example. And Trey is that example for the culture. He's that example for the world that you can become a young entrepreneur and make it big. So without further ado, Trey Brown, welcome to Accelerate the Great podcast. What it do, bro?
Yo, what's good, Mr. Neil? How you feeling? I'm feeling great. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate the great. I'm feeling great. How you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing, man. So listen, let's get into the episode, man. So you're a 14-year-old entrepreneur. I know you started your brand at 12. I still got the screenshot when this young man texted me talking about he wanted to tell the people what happened.
Yeah,
you tell the people what happened, man.
So, I had about $300 for my birthday, and that was $300 for my birthday money. I spent half of that on like liabilities. So for people who don't know what a liability is, liabilities are depreciating assets. Just like things like video games and like you're purchasing things that won't make you more money or bring any value back. So I was buying like video games. I was into music at the time, buying pianos and different things like that. So I spent half of that on liabilities, and I want to invest in like something powerful and strong, So, I had first hit up Mr. Nehemiah and Mr. Neil. I always seen him, just around in Philadelphia, just helping people start businesses, just helping people become successful in the entrepreneurship world. So I hit up Mr. Neil. I said, hey, what's going on, Mr. Nehemiah? My name is Trey Brown. I'm 12 years old. I want to start a clothing brand. I want to know if you had any tips for me. I have about $178, and I just want to get started. Mr. Neil, he sent me over his course.
You still owe me some bread for that too, bro.
He sent me over that course for the free piece. I was up all night just on that course, like what's the best t-shirts to use, what's the best printing, how to market. And I was just learning about marketing. I never heard these words in my life, like marketing and entrepreneurship. Didn't know what none of these words meant, but I took the course and I got my shirts the next day. So I had about 16 t-shirts, all white t-shirts. I got it with my logo. I created the logo. I sold out of my first 16 t-shirts the first week. And then after the first week, I constantly kept reinvesting 100% of my profits. So after I sold out of 16 t-shirts, the first week, I was able to get 28 t-shirts from the money that I had invested in, when I sold out. So I had 16 t-shirts. Then I reinvested the 28 t-shirts. Then we were going to like 40 t-shirts, and then just constantly kept selling out. And I wouldn't come into the house unless everything was sold. I wouldn't come into the house, unless I ate. I remember I used to text Mr. Neil early in the morning, like, yo, Mr. Neil, I'm about to hit these barbershops and businesses all around the city. My goal today is $300. I would hit the $300 in about an hour from just going out to different barbershops and businesses. And Mr. Neil would text me back, yo, Trey, let's make it 800. I'm like, 800? 800? That's crazy. but we had to make it work. And then I just started making like $800 in a day on a Saturday, but one of the key things, that I want to stress to everybody, the way I was able to get successful really quick and the way I was able to grow my inventory really quick was investing 100% of my profits. I had the 16 t-shirts, and I started with $178, and I was able to build my brand, and I was able to get hoodies and sweatsuits, and different things like that, just because I was investing 100% of, my profits. A lot of times we make our first dollars, and we buying, the latest Jordans and, different things like that. We going to the mall with our money when we need to be investing 100% of our profits. They say in the first 3 to 5 business, the first 3 to 5 years in business, you won't be getting a salary. You won't be, getting nothing, and that's just how you got to live if you want to build a successful company. And that's what I was able to do. Now I got about 10,000 to 15,000 products just sitting in the warehouse, coming in and out. Actually, we got more coming out. We got about 2,000, 3,000 products from my pop-up shop in Atlanta this weekend, but I'm able to do that. Now I'm able to just transfer 3,000 products here, 2,000 products here, just because I reinvest in 100% of my profits, and I still do this to this day. Now I didn't retire my mom at 13 years old. I hired my whole family. I got my own headquarters, and I was able to do this from just constantly reinvesting. So now I got a 3-story headquarter building, and that all started with $170. So built a 7-figure brand with $170. Got the whole team, got my whole family hired from $170. So God, just soak that in.
Wow. Woo. So $178, you was able to build a 7-figure clothing brand in about 2.5 years from just reinvesting. But my thing is, Trey, what most people they get that money, Trey, and it burns a hole in their pocket. They wanna go spend it. How did you get disciplined not to be like, all right, I'm making this money, let me go ahead and buy the new PlayStation, let me go ahead and buy the Jordans? Did your mom tell you, what is that thing that's making you disciplined, even to this day where you now have a surplus of more money and you really could do more of the things you want, but you're still 100% reinvesting? Every month you coming out with different products. You just showed me the new scarves. You just showed me the new beanies. So how?
So what really got me disciplined in the beginning that made me want to reinvest 100% is because in the beginning, I wanted to start off with hoodies. I wanted to start off with sweatsuits, but I'm like, how I'm gonna do that with $170? So I thought, if I would constantly kept reinvesting, so if I would constantly reinvest, turn this $170 to $2,000 and $3,000, then I'm able to, then I'm able to get sweatsuits, then I'm able to get hoodies, and that's really how it worked, So that's what really made me disciplined. I said, I want to build a successful brand. I want to build a successful company, and the only way for me to do that, is I start out small and constantly just keep reinvesting, keep going, staying consistent, and and that's what really made me disciplined. I know that was the only way I was gonna be able to get big is by just constantly reinvesting, and that's what really made me disciplined, and I just wanted to I just wanted to grow more money. I made my first, I think it was like $280 that first week. It was nice, but I'm like, I want to make more. I want to inspire more people and different things like that. So what really made me disciplined? So I wanted to have a successful company, and the only way was for me to do that was to reinvest. I wanted to have hoodies. I wanted to have sweatsuits, and I couldn't do that in the beginning. So I reinvested.
So we always had conversations about, used to be a artist. Used to be an artist. We talk about artists often. We talk about basketball players and athletes, and we've come to the realization that it's a lot easier to become a business owner than it is to make it as an athlete or artist. I want you to touch on that, because there's a young man right now listening, a young lady who's listening right now, and they're 12, they're 11, they're 10, and they're literally putting all of their eggs in a basket of saying they're going to be a professional athlete. Yeah. And I don't want to say they can't become it. Right. But what I do need someone to understand listening, because I'm not a guy that discourages dreams, but it's important for you to know, I don't even think you got to be better than the top 1%. So think about this. If anyone's listening to this, right? I believe they're only drafting 60 to 80 people in the NBA a year.
I think it's like 60 people. You got 2 rounds.
60 people a year, which means the world has over 7 billion people. That means you have right now, you have to be rated technically to make it in the league. You need to be the best in your state, top 10, just to even think about it. So if you're that person, I'm telling you, full steam ahead and keep practicing. But I want you to talk about right now, people are putting all their eggs in those baskets. There's nothing wrong with that. Right. But why should they start a business, or how can they be successful with a business?
Or even just like another stream of income, you know, some type of way, or finding a skill, you know, that can help you, like, you know, having like just some type of plan, like a business to open is super important. Just because, like, just like what Mr. Neil was saying, like, I actually researched it the other day. What is the chances of me making it to the NBA? The chances was like 0.003%. So and you know, that's really hard, you know, just because, like what Mr. Neil was saying, you got to be the top in your state, and that doesn't include if you may get injured, or anything like that, you know. But that but it's just, you know, it's just really hard to make it that way, because you a lot of times you need like skills for these different things, like music, like with music, your voice need to be a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You got to have the look. Basketball, you too tall, you too short. You know what I'm saying? You know, you too lengthy. So like, in business, like you don't need to be 6'7", you know, to invest in stocks. You don't need to be, you know, like you don't need to have the look to invest in real estate. You don't need that, you know, to be a business owner and to be a business entrepreneur. Like, you don't really need a skill set to become a millionaire and a billionaire. A lot of these guys, these Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, all they did was like learn. All they did was the only skill I would say you need is like really just like determination and just being able to, you know, have the mindset to learn. That's it. As long as you got that, you're great and you're good.
Can you do me a favor? Because I think this is important. You had a billionaire text you the other day. Can you pull up what he said to you? Yeah. I really like that message that he said to you.
All right, guys, I'm going to be right back on live. Hold on, I'm about to say this. Let me check this real quick.
So, yeah, guys, so if you're tuning into this episode, man, we need you to understand. I want you guys to say this with me. I can make it. And age isn't anything. And I need you to if you guys know me, have been listening to this podcast long enough, you guys know my dad been in jail since I was 2, kicked out of high school, college, fired from 10 jobs. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just got to start. So what mentor is that who's a billionaire? And what did he text you and say? Because I think this could help some other people.
All right. So right here, Mr. Kevin Plank. So if anybody don't know who Mr. Kevin Plank is, Mr. Kevin Plank is the CEO and founder of Under Armour, the Under Armour brand. I was able to connect with him through my partnership with CNN and Invesco, which been amazing and really boosted, you know, Spurgo and me as a personal brand. But here's a message from Mr. Kevin Plank that he shot me, sent to me on December 5th. What's up, Trey? See you out there taking over the world. Keep Spurgo rolling, my man. We tend to overestimate what we can do in the short term and underestimate what we can do in the long run. Resilience is everything. Keep fighting.
Wow. So let me ask you something. When you started the brand 2 years ago, remember January 2018, whenever you sent me that particular message, did you think right now that brand would be where it is right now? Like at that moment, did you think, because that message that Mr. Plank is saying is basically like, don't underestimate what you can accomplish in a short period of time. Do you think you were going to be here those 2 years ago? Did you know?
No, not really. Like, I was just thinking like, because even before Spurgo, I had like just small things going on. So I had, you know, I was into music at the time. And then also, I remember my first actual business was really selling fidget spinners at school. So for people that remember, you know, it was that fidget spinner wave going on, and I was just learning like how to tend to the wave. So I seen a lot of people at school, they've been talking about it like, yo, the fidget spinners is the next, you know, the fidget spinners is the next big thing. I went to my convenience stores. In Philly, we call them poppy stores, but I went to a convenience store near where I lived at the time, and the fidget spinners was like $3. I bought like 2 of them, spray painted them up at the crib, took them back to school for like $7. So that was like crazy. Like I bought the fidget spinners for $3, spray painted them, made them nice and things like that, and took them back to school for $7. So that was $4 profit. And then also with that $7 that I was making from the fidget spinner, from that $7 that I was making with the fidget spinners, I would just reinvest and get more fidget spinners. But I never like knew that Spurgo would be big. And what made me like really want to push harder and wanted to make Spurgo more successful is when I constantly like kept going. Like in the beginning, I was in the Spurgo, but it wasn't like a big thing. But this is like what I always tell people, like you got to find your passion and find something that you love. And once I constantly like kept going out every week and I was meeting all these great people and I was, meeting all these people, these millionaires with, just big houses and different things like that. And I just, started getting into Spurgo. I started, loving what I was doing. I started like speaking up more about my business, and that's what really pushed me to go harder. And that's when I started thinking like, yo, this is going to be a successful company because I'm pushing it harder, and it's something that I believe in.
Right. So let me ask, where you get this drive? Like you got a drive. Were you born with the drive, or is it now that you're getting so many results and you got to taste the results, feel like you just want more and more? Or are people born with a drive, or were you exposed to it and you like, oh crap? Like you just said, you've been in all these different houses. Like every day when we're hanging out, I'm talking about every day we're in a foreign car. Every day we're doing something high level every single day. Do you think do people just need to get exposed once for this to happen, or do you think without the exposure you still would be doing the things?
I believe some people just born with it, and then some people also like you could just get exposed to something and that just push you like really harder. But I believe like for me, I just was always like a competitive person. Like at school, we're playing kickball, we're playing basketball, whatever we're doing in school, I'm competitive. Like I want to win, I want to beat you. And then that's just what pushed the drive. So like that just like will push like my drive. Before I was doing music, I was doing concerts, and I was just like strong. Like I was just strong in the things that I was doing, and and then I just pushed that like to Spurgo. I used the drive that I was using in music and basketball and different things like that, and like the like the drive and confidence that I had in these other things. And, I would just move it to Spurgo. So like the drive just really comes from me, like just watching, Mr. Eric Thomas, just get up in the morning and I see like, tomorrow isn't promised. So my drive is just like, I got to get it today. So that's like really where my drive come from. Like tomorrow isn't promised. Like, we got to wake up and live every day like it should last.
Yeah. How did it feel retiring your mom at 13? Like that's big boy stuff. How did that feel? That's actually unheard of.
Right. So it felt great retiring my mom at 13 years old. It was amazing, for me. And that's what, that's where I feel like the brand, so, all right. So let me tell you this. So the brand was like, all right, we moving. We doing great. We moving at a steady pace. But soon as I retired my mom, we were able to get so many things, so many more things done. We were able to like look at the numbers and start accounting things. We was able to move on to like a business debit, like a business account. We were able to move into like credit and different things like that. And now we're, moving from just like a brand to a business. So it was like a brand. Now we're moving to like a business. So when I retired my mom, we started accounting things and different things like that. And one of the reasons why I did want to retire my mom is because my mom, she was working at a school. She was
How many hours was she working a week?
I think my mom was going
like 40, 50?
Yeah, probably like.
She was stressing though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
So it would be like, my mom, she would be working with like kids all day from like 6 o'clock in the morning to like 4 or 5 o'clock. Sometimes staying overnight at just staying there, like 6, 7, just staying extra hours. And then after my mom was like working she would come home to me, and I would have so many things that I would have to do. Like I would have to be shipping things. Like you might hit us like, Trey, I got a networking event tonight. Trey, let's do this. Trey, let's do that. And that was after a long, day of work for my mom. So it was just, harder. And then also like we was missing out on several opportunities where we could have I had opportunities to speak out of the state, and different things like that, but we couldn't because my mom was at work. So I said, "Hey, Mom, I'm gonna retire you. Just give me like a few months." November 5th, I retired my mom, and then from there, we just started going up. So and then from there, my mom just started working and just helping me more. That month after that month, we were able to do a Spurgle pop-up shop. At Cherry Hill Mall. The Spurgle pop-up shop at Cherry Hill Mall was amazing, and we planned.
Was that your biggest day up until that day?
Yeah. That was my biggest weekend. My weekend did better than I think like the whole year.
Wow.
So it was crazy, and we planned that a week before, and I did radio ads, so we had a radio, so it was just like a radio commercial that was playing, and my mom being that my mom was retired, she was able to attend these meetings with Boom 103.9. She was able to come to these meetings with Cherry Hill Mall, and we were able to schedule it right. We scheduled the pop-up shop a week before, and it went crazy. So and then after that, I think it was like January or December for my birthday. Me and my mom, January. We're doing like a we're in New York for some reason. I think for some like business, for some business trip or just checking out New York. And we're riding on the train in New York, and I'm like, Mom, let's just go to Miami. Let's just go to Miami this weekend. I just see so many different celebrities out there. I see so many different events. I feel like we could connect with a lot of great people. And being that my mom is retired, she's able to just travel with me. And this is a day before, like, I'm on some Neo type time. Like, Mom, let's go to Miami this weekend. So we had went out to Miami. We didn't have nothing planned, no events to go to. I'm 14 at the time, so I can't go to really no event, no clubs or different things like that. So we get down there. And I see Mr. Sean Diddy Combs. Posted, like, yo, I'm in Miami. I'm just feeling great and different things like that. So for anybody that didn't know, Mr. Sean Diddy Combs posted me in 2018. In the beginning, I was about 4 or 5 months in business. He posted me, and he was just showing mad love. It was like 500, 600,000 views. So many different celebrities.
You got your first big wholesale order. It was like 11 grand or something, right?
Yeah. The first time I had like 5 figures in my bank account. I was feeling great. So me and Mr. Sean Diddy Combs, we was just like texting. We was just texting a lot, like every day. And then he's in Miami and I'm in Miami. I'm like, oh man, it's about to get spooky. It's about to be crazy. So I called him. I FaceTimed him. But I've been FaceTiming Mr. Sean a lot, but all them times he didn't answer. I FaceTime him and I just see it start connecting. And me and Mr. Sean get on the phone. He's like, what's up, boy? I'm like, yo, what's good, Mr. Sean? You the only guy in Miami right now without Spurgle on. He said, pull up on me right now. Then I pulled up to his crib.
Crazy?
Crib is crazy. You got butlers coming up to you every 5 seconds. Like, you need a water, what you need to drink, what you want to eat, and different things like that. So that was just like an amazing experience for me. But guys, this is just from me, just being present at all times. Any concert, any event in the city of Philadelphia, I was always there. Made in America, I was there. Powerhouse, I'm there. Any concert, any event, I make sure that I'm there and I'm available for any opportunity that's going to be coming my way. And I feel like that is super important. So I ain't even know what was going to happen in Miami. I ain't know who I was going to meet. I was thinking I was.
That was the day before you planned that, right?
Yeah,
Crazy.
that was the day before, and I'm like, I didn't even know what was gonna happen in Miami.
You didn't even know Diddy was there at the time.
Yeah, I didn't know Diddy was there at the time. So I could have came on Miami just like not meeting anybody, But I just wanted to take the chance. They say no risk, no reward. I took the risk and I got the reward, and I got, what I paid for. And it was just, it was just super great. So guys, that just shows you, like, you need to be present. Any networking event, any event, you need to be there. Any event that I feel like that I could get value to, or even if I can't, just people seeing your face at extra time. And guys, let me tell you this, and one thing, that also, just helped me build my credibility up and really helped me, just build a little bit. So after I met Mr. Sean, I was able to meet DJ Khaled and Dr. Oz and, just so many great people. After that, the next day, they having a Super Bowl party. At the Super Bowl party, I walk in, it's just so many great people. You got Mr. Kanye West in the building. You got Tiana Taylor. You got Yo Gotti, and then the baby as well. So guys, the baby, I met the baby August 2018 when I was first starting. This is in 2020, earlier this year. And the baby, he wore the clothing, and he was just like he wore every piece that I gave to him. And the baby was just showing mad love. And that was like 2018. And the baby was able to see the progression. And he see me at Diddy party, and he looks at me like, yo, like what young boy doing here? Like, he looks at me, but he just so happy to see me. I was able to get his number, and we just started connecting from there, guys. And building relationships is super important. So just like what I was saying, just being present, even if you're going to an event and you feel like you cannot benefit from it so much, just being in a room is super important, because now people just remembering your face, knowing that you're around. So I was able to see the baby again, and he was like, dang, that was crazy. And then later that night, as I'm flying back to Philly, Diddy FaceTimes me, and he with Meek Mill, Meek Mill from Philadelphia, and Diddy has the Spurgle on. So Meek was I don't know what they was talking about, but Meek was like, "Hey, I see you got on Trey Brown Spurgle because it's from a Philly thing." But just being present, guys. So I didn't know what was gonna happen when I was going to Miami, and I ended up linking up with Mr. Sean Diddy Combs.
Let me ask you this, right? How important is influencer marketing? Like some people should I really get my brand to these people?
Yeah.
And we talk about, just with several artists, you say, yo, them wearing it has catapulted the brand even more. How important is influencer marketing, and what is influencer marketing? Someone on here bro, I don't even know what influencer marketing. How do I get somebody in my brand? Give somebody some game on that.
Hey, so influencer marketing is basically getting an influencer to market. So it's basically the word. Influencer marketing is basically say if you have a product, and you're selling shampoo, and you find a hair influencer, a lady on Instagram, and she's always just showing her doing her hair, or she always showing she keeping her hair right. You give her your shampoo, and she use it, and she just post it, and just shout you out. So basically, guys, I've been using influencer marketing, and it helped me a lot, because a bunch of different celebrities, just started wearing Spurgo and wearing the brand, and it gave me two things. So the celebrities would post the Spurgo, and they would tag me, so that's giving me, more audience, and that's giving me more customers and, more connections. But then another thing that really, that was really important about influencer marketing is that I get more credibility with the brand. A lot of times, for us, when we having, businesses and things like that, people are scared to support because they do not know if they're going to get their product. They don't know if the quality is there, and things like that. But when they see oh snap, the baby, Lil Durk, Blueface wearing it, I gotta get me something. I gotta get me something. Spurgo is where it's at. So influencer marketing was able to help me a lot, and it really just stepped the brand up, and it stepped the credibility up. Yeah, it's the real deal. Yeah, that's the truth. And you should use influencer marketing, and I love it because it's really organic. We all run ads and different things like that, which is super amazing. But influencer marketing give you that more organic piece. It give you that more organic, and it make you feel like it make customers feel like this is dope.
Let me hear a script. What's one of the scripts you hit these influencers with in Instagram?
It's not even really DMs. I do text some influencers, or sometimes they may hit me. But let me see.
Well, yeah. Well, when you're reaching out, what you be saying? I know you just locked in several influencers over this last few days. So let the people know a script. And guys, if you're listening, this is a game you can use right now that can really help you level up and lock in some influencers, right?
Hold on.
Me and Trey talked about, he said those influencers wearing the brand is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So don't slip on that.
So like this, hey, and then I put, hey, Mr. I put, hey, Mr. And then
why Mr. and Miss so important, Trey?
Mr. and Miss so important, so you know, like, they see that you have manners, and then, you know, just manners is important, you know, overall. But hey, Mr. And I always put their, like, real name. I don't really put their whatever their celebrity name is. I put their real name. And then I put a few emojis, fire emoji, drip emoji. My name is Trey Brown, and I'm a 14-year-old entrepreneur and CEO of Spurgo. Spurgo is a comfortable approach to design and fashion. Spurgo represents power, strength, and courage. Spurgo is for the go-getters and hustlers. We love everything you are doing, and we'll love to send you a Spurgo package, you know, to just pay homage for your greatness. If you could send us your size and address to ship to, put the cool emoji, and then hashtag
and then you show them also other people wear the brand as well. Yeah. And guys, that one post is, you know, we always recommend you need to be sending it out to 20 to 30 to 100 people a day till you could just build you a list up, because people don't understand you're 1 or 2 people away from shouting out your brand or wearing your brand to change the direction of your brand. What happens if Kim Kardashian wears your brand and decides to put it on her main feed on her page? Your business is exploding overnight. What if Oprah does this? What if Ellen DeGeneres does this? And what you don't understand is you're going to have individuals who will do this for the love. You just never know. They might resonate with Trey and be like, man, let me go ahead and post Trey up. And the more people post Trey up, is helping his brand grow. That's how he's on CNN. He's on all these big platforms because someone saw his story. It resonated with them, and they said, man, I need to hear other people. Other people need to know about this. So those are some more keys that I think you definitely should utilize when it comes to growing your brand. So Trey, real quick, if somebody want to start a brand from scratch, just give me like 3 quick tips that they can do, whether it's building their personal brand, starting a t-shirt brand. Like, what's something that they could do today and get started? Like you said, yo, you sent me that message. You had your shirts the next day, like you had it within a week or so. So what can somebody do right now to start their business?
So number one, create your logo, or you just create the design of your logo, and you could just send it to someone on Fiverr for $5. They'll create you an amazing logo that you could use. And then plus, when they send you your logo, that's your logo. It's yours. And then number 2, after you find your logo, before you even find your logo, you need to come up with the name of your brand and what, you know, type of brand, you know, that do you want to have. You know, we have different type of brands. Like you could have a designer brand, and then you also have, you know, you also have brands that's like promoting something great. You know, then you have some other brands that's promoting something great. So you got brands like God is Dope, support black colleges, and different brands like that, you know, that's just brands that's just like standing for something. And then you have other brands that's just like designer brands, and you know, you don't really even know what these brands is. Like they're you know, like their brands is just last names from people from hundreds and hundreds of years ago. But you just find out like the name of your brand, number 1, and then number 2, find out what type of brand do you want to have, and you know what lane do you want to go in. You could have a brand that stands for something, like a God is Dope or support black colleges, or you could have a designer brand like, yo, I just want to have a drip, like, you know what I'm saying. With me, it's kind of like both. Like, we standing for power, we standing for strength, we standing for courage, and then we also standing for like the go-getters and hustlers and everybody that, you know, has like something going on, and everybody that, you know, that just loves greatness. And then, but also, guys, like we also get like our clothing is really just like drippy as well. Like we just like
You take pride in the quality that you bring out to the marketplace.
Yeah, I take pride in the quality and different things like that. You know, so we have a combination of both. So the first step was, you know, create the name of the brand. Step 2 is, step 2 is find what type of brand do you want to have, and then step 3 is create that logo. Let's get started.
Yeah,
rest you got to find in the program.
Right. Yeah. So I hear you talk about your program shortly, but let me ask you this, man. 14 years old, bro. Making at least $100,000 a month. How do that feel? Does it still? Because you've been doing it for a little minute now. So does it still feel good, or is this now regular to you? Like how does it feel that every month minimum I'm going to be able to generate this much from my brand? How does that feel?
It still feel great to me. Just because I remember. I think our first year, I don't even believe we did over 100,000. So now just being able to do it in a month, that's amazing. And then also, I just always, just stay humble and different things like that. And, just paying my tithes just for me, because I'm Christian and things like that. But just staying humble and, just knowing that God is great and anything, you could do anything like through God.
What you say after every sale you get? When you hit a stripe,
I say thank you, Lord. I say thank you, Lord. Just thanking God for just putting me in a position that I'm in, but also with being humble, just also trying to find other streams of income so that 100,000 a month could go to like 300,000 a month. Like last month we did like 160,000, and the other months we was doing 100,000. So
honey, hold on, because we don't want to move too fast.
Right.
Last month you did 160,000. That don't include your stock market account you invest in. That don't include your other endeavors. That's just your brand.
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
So that was like dope. But guys, like I just always had that mixture between like, yo, God is great, God is amazing, staying humble, paying tithes, and then just also staying focused and never, and just never losing your hunger and just wanting to make the most. You know what I'm saying? Like now 160, I want to do 300 in a month. I want to do 500 in a month. I want to do an M in a month. But just staying focused. But also God is great at all times. God is first, number one. Without him.
Hey, how I feel to your grandpa be sending you a message, hey, grandson, how I feel to know your grandpa holding down the store, like you really got your entire family working, bro. Like how good a lot of people say you can't do business with family. You've been in Atlanta for the last 3 months, bro, and the whole team is. When the last time you been to your store? 3 months ago?
I haven't been in a store in like 3-4 months. But guys, let me say something that really just about should you hire family? And I hear a lot of people say like you shouldn't hire family. You shouldn't do business with family. And look, I just really put it like this. All right, so say if I open up another business, or say if you have a business where you need secretary, you need someone to work at the phone, and you need someone, just to work with different documents and things like that. And my aunt, she's a licensed secretary, and she's a licensed person that's good with documents, and she's good with working at the phone. Why not put your family in position, to work at the secretary and different things like that, because they are already licensed and you got somebody, someone that you can trust and, someone that's already licensed. But you do have, but I know a lot of us do have family. We do have families where some people we cannot trust, and that's why we cannot hire them. But everybody, we do have some people in our family, who we can trust. But then it's just also about, if you have a position open for someone in your family that's already licensed at, and they're good at what they do, and they're great, why not put them in position? I don't think it should be a thing where it's just like, yo, they're an amazing person, they're amazing at what they do, I just don't want to hire them because they family. That's just not a good enough excuse, not hiring family just because they family. Like if, I remember when I first hired my cousin to work at my pop-up shop in Cherry Hill Mall. And she did an amazing job. She did amazing just running back to the car, and just she's like doing great. I remember I said like, yo, when I have a store, I gotta make sure I gotta make sure that I have Kaya, working there, because her work ethic is there. Her work ethic is just like mine. But what if I was to say like, yo, Kaya is amazing. Her work ethic is crazy. Like, she's trustworthy and everything like that. But I'm not gonna hire Kaya just because she's family. Like, that just really don't make sense to me, because like, if you have an open position and you have an opportunity and someone in your family is trustworthy and is licensed for that, why not put your family in position and give them the opportunity? Like me, I have a trustworthy family and people who are licensed at what they do and just great people and, trustworthy. I put them in position because, family is where it's at.
I ain't gonna lie. My mom works in the company. My sister is my full-time assistant.
Yeah, Taylor, everything.
I know I don't have no trust word. Like, she got my social, she got whatever it is, and I know it ain't gonna go nowhere. I trust knowing that I got somebody in my corner for me.
Right.
Sometimes than just a random stranger, because, But again, I think that's, for years we've been operating out of the scarcity mindset. Oh, your family's going to do this. Oh, your family's going to do that. Oh, this can't happen. And what happens is that becomes a stigma that we're placed. Like, for example, I don't even know if you're going to go to college. We never really talked about it, but I don't even know if it actually makes sense unless you just decides to go. But so many people operate with so much scarcity and traditionalism that they don't even know you can go out here and make it happen. Like, when you say what you're doing at 14, that sounds crazy. Like, to me, it's normal because that's what we do. Yeah. But no, he can't do that. That's not possible. What about school? What about that?
Right.
We're so caught up with traditionalism. What happens, guys, if you're listening to this, don't let nobody put you in a box, man. Too many of us keep getting put in a box from people who aren't even doing what we want to do. And sometimes those people, I hate to tell you, it's your mom, your grandma, it's your loved ones, your spouse, because they've been operating out of scarcity mindset for so many years now. They don't even know another way. And the problem that a lot of us have, the biggest way to kill a big dream is to introduce it to a small mind. Too many of us keep introducing our goals and dreams to small-minded people who can't even help you achieve them. I love my grandma more than anybody in the world. God rest her soul. She used to tell me, son, don't travel. Don't travel. It's dangerous. Don't travel. My grandma didn't own no passport. My grandma been on maybe 2 airplanes. You don't have the basically, you can't tell me not to travel because it's something you never done. My mom, she been retired for years. A super long time. Son, you spending too much on advertising. Mom, I know what I'm doing. You ain't working, and God willing, you will never work again because I have a specific skill set that I learned. So I only get advice from people who are in position or people who are better than me, right? So the biggest key I want to share here, be careful who you share your goals and your dreams with, because a lot of people, you aren't where you need to be in life, not because you're not good at what you do, but because someone who got nothing going on discouraged you to go get what you got going on.
It's like telling your coworker, yo, I want to leave. I want to open up a business. Your coworker gonna tell you, no, that's not a good idea. But they don't own a business, you know what I'm saying? And they, they just never seen that it's possible and different things like that. So that's just like, just telling people who never did what you want to do is like, that's one thing that we really, a lot of people just really got to stop doing is like, introducing things to people who haven't done what we want to do. Facts. Yo, mom, I want to travel to Bali for the week. My mom won't tell me like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's
your
a
mom
good
wouldn't
idea.
tell you
Yeah,
that.
My mom wouldn't tell me that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, other parents will tell you like, yo, the pandemic is going on. It's crazy. Different things like that. It's dangerous to travel, and different things like that. But you got to understand, you got to start introducing your ideas, to people who done what you want to do, and different things like that. You got to stop. Introducing ideas to people who never did what you want to do.
Facts only. So let me ask you, how important is mentorship, and how has mentorship helped you grow over these last couple years? Because a lot of people don't understand that's one of the cheat codes. Yeah. That's a super cheat code. So share with people how important mentorship meant for you.
Yeah. And guys, also with the last thing I was saying, my mom wouldn't never tell me I couldn't travel. My mom, she's super supportive. But I'm just saying for other people's parents, because I know how it get. But my mom, I wasn't talking about my mom. Yeah. But yeah, but mentors is super important for me, and mentors really help me. Just because I'm able to learn so much and I'm able to get the straight path to success. Mr. Neo could tell me something like, yo, Trey, or like say if we out to dinner, yo, Trey, use your business card instead of using cash or something like that. Just because a mistake that he made, he had to pay more in taxes because every time he go out to dinner, every time he have lunch, he paying with cash. So now when you look on the statements, it look like all this money coming in and nothing going out. So just something like that, like I'm able to get the straight path to success and not have to, go through the same mistakes that Mr. Neo went through, the same mistakes that Mr. Marcus Hum 500 went through and different things like that. And now also great about my mentors and my circle is that all my mentors do like different things. So it's like Mr. Neo do a lot. Like he got, several properties and different things like that, real heavy on the digital. And then I got somebody like Mr. Zoe that's helping me with stocks and different things like that. And then if I need help like with credit or trade lines, I go to, Mr. Marcus. And that's what great about my mentors, that I got mentors for different things. And I'm not getting like every one of my mentors are the professionals and what they do. Like it's not like they like scrambling all over the place. Like I do this, I do that. Like they all do like everything, but they all like are professionals in their main thing. Like Mr. Marcus, he do like a lot of real estate. He do like credit and trade lines and different things like that. And he's amazing at everything that he do. But no one could ask Mr. Marcus a question about credit or trade lines and stuff that he can't answer and give you the most game. So guys, like all my mentors, I got a mentor who's like an expert in everything that they do. So if someone present a real estate opportunity to me, I hit up Mr. Doug, or I hit up Mr. Big Business, Mr. Greg, and different things like that. So I got mentors for everything. If I need help with this part of my brand, trying to hit online more, I know I could hit up my billionaire mentor, Mr. Kevin Plink. I know, so that's great.
Crazy. So listen, what I want to do, because we're going to be bringing this episode to an end real quick.
Oh, man, we closing?
Hey, we might keep going, but I want you talked about how important mentors is, and I know you dropped the program. And what's so crazy, I saw you do it. You got 15 of your mentors inside of the program, not just teaching people how to build a T-shirt brand, not just teaching people how to build a personal brand, but so many other pieces of gems you gave to people. I want you to talk briefly about your program, what you got, who is it for? Well, it's for everybody, but I want you to talk a little bit about it and why people should get it and how they could get it.
All right, so guys, so I started my program. It's called Brand Accelerator. And the reason why I wanted to start a program, and I was really on the fence about it for a long time, just because I wasn't a person. As you see now, like I'm doing a bunch of like different videos on IG, just giving away so much game. But I was just a person in the beginning there where it's like, yo, I'm just learning, but I ain't trying to dish it out. I ain't trying to give you like I ain't gonna go 60 minutes. I ain't gonna go like 5 hours on a course just giving you everything I know. And it didn't matter how much I was getting paid for. I was just like somebody who want to soak all the knowledge in and not share it. But guys, this is so much money out here for everybody. But I want to start the program. I get about 30 to 40 DMs a day. Yo, Trey, I have this clothing brand. I'm trying to expand it. Yo, Trey, I want to start a clothing brand. I need help. Yo, Trey, can you please help me? And I can't respond because it's hundreds of people DMing me like a day And it could get real crazy and it could get real reckless. I started the program showing you how to build a 6 and 7 figure brand, and I just got so many different gems in there. So I got how to create a website, how to create a logo, what's the best colors to use in a logo. And then I also got just different things. Like I got manufacturer lists, and then I got vendors lists as well for, a bunch of different things. Like if you want to start a hair care company, and then also personal brand. Why is your personal brand super important? And, some tips on Instagram and how to get more views. And so I got a bunch of different things on how to build a brand and how to build a personal brand as well. And then also, guys, I wanted to give you guys like a little, like a bonus, like not the big bonus. Like I got Hum 500, Mr. Hum 500 in here, Runway Billionaire, Mr. Joshua Chris. So I got so many different people in here that's just, everybody do different things. Like Mr. Joshua Chris, he's an Amazon seller. Man, this guy's doing millions and millions a year. And I remember I went to his crib in Texas, and, it's crazy, jacuzzis and pools and different things like that, but I got, Mr. Joshua Chris in there. I got, like what I said, I got Mr. Runway Billionaire, marketing genius, like anything marketing. Mr. Runway is like, where is that? Mr. Marcus Y. Roger, he's like killing it right now. He just showing you everything about digital. Maddie J, Toro. Anything you want to learn how to rent cars and different things like that.
It sounds like a university for building your personal brand, building a clothing brand, and making money in all these other sectors.
Yep, and having other streams of income and building your income. Mr. Zoe, he helped me about 2-3 months ago with the stocks, and now I'm able to now, like, with the systems that I put in place and different things like that, now I'm able to, like, watch the stock market and different things like that. But Mr. Zoe, he helped me, like, get into stocks. Now I'm able to invest in stocks, and now I'm able to earn some extra income, from, doing stocks. So it's great. Because I'm able to earn extra, and you're being able to learn how to earn extra income in so many different spaces. So it's showing you how to build a personal brand, showing you how to build like your brand, and then it's showing you how to make money in other places. So you can, get the program at buildwithtrey.com. And I'm super excited to help people. I think we only doing 20 spots. Like, be one of the first.
So basically, this straight path to success.
And I think we got about like 50 to 100 people that signed up, and that's just learning, guys. And I just want to give as much game as I can and help as much people as I can, become financially free, help more people, reach their goals and dreams, whatever you want to be. I'll just help you get there.
Yeah, and that's love, man. And I really appreciate guys, because I was one of the guys on Trey's head, like, Trey, man, why don't you start teaching people the game, like, help. And literally for a year, he just was closed, like, no, I'm gonna hoard all this game.
Yeah.
But now, y'all, I'm super excited that he released this to the world, and not only just what he did, having 15 of his mentors, I'm on there, like, everybody who's on there is a millionaire. Every single mentor, like everyone giving you all of their game, like 30 minutes to an hour a game. And literally, I think is going to be the best thing to ever hit the market, especially for someone who's 14. And not only for someone who's 14, I need you guys to understand, this isn't just for kids. This is really for adults. Right? This is really for adults, but kids can. I would recommend you doing it with your kid. Yeah. So what's the site? Buildwithtrey.com.
Buildwithtrey.com. I'm super excited to help, man. I want to help as much people as possible. So it's buildwithtrey.com. Let's get it. I want to help you build a 6 and 7 figure brand. Let's get it. Super excited. Yeah.
And listen to me, before we wrap, Trey, how can people support the brand, bro? Because and do me a favor. I want to see when y'all go buy something, I want y'all to DM me with the screenshot of the purchase. If you're listening to this, right, I always ask, I want to see, let's get this young man as much support as possible. And I'm competitive too, right? So I know he did the episode with EYL, 500,000 views. Shout out to my guys. I think he did an episode with David Shan, Sleepers for Suckers. But on my episode, I want to see him make some money. So I need everybody to go to Spurgo.com, go buy something. Send me the DM, and I might give you something extra. But I want to know him like, yo, I made a lot of bread off of this podcast, right?
And that's SPRGO.com. SPERGO.com. And guys, I don't know if this program I don't know if this video is gonna be out as soon but guys, so this weekend, December 17th through the 20th, I'm having a pop-up shop, Cumberland Mall. I'm super excited, guys. So last year we did our first pop-up shop, Cherry Hill Mall. It was epic, but this year we're gonna do it bigger. We hitting the Atlanta. We hitting Atlanta. Atlanta, we coming. So just as long as this program, this video, I keep saying but if this video come out soon enough, make sure you pop up, let's get it. I want to meet some more people. I want to connect with some more people. And then also we're going to have a bunch of Spurgo drip there.
Let's go, guys. So, again, I want to say thank y'all so much for tuning in this episode. This episode mean a lot to me because one of my dreams came true, helping create a millionaire before 18. Like he told me I told him he would be a millionaire by 18. And
14.
I think he said I offended him.
Yeah.
He said that was offensive, bro. Yeah. What you mean 18? What are you talking about?
He used to always say on calls like, yo, I know Trey is gonna be the kid that sometimes he would say 21, sometimes he was saying 18. I was like, dang, Mr. Neal, you gonna do me like that?
You gonna don't do me like that, big bro.
Yeah.
Don't do me like that, big bro.
Yeah. So 14 became a millionaire. Great. But we about to hit that billionaire status, guys. Mark my words. 25, I'm gonna be that billionaire.
Oh, y'all hear? Listen to me, right? Y'all heard that? Speaking.
Wait, actually, hold up. I need somebody to DM me real quick. Who the youngest billionaire? Because I want to beat that. Who the youngest billionaire? I think it's Kylie.
Self-made though. That's key. Not somebody giving the. They got self-made.
All right.
But Kylie self-made. Yeah, I'm just saying.
So was she like $1 billion, 3?
I don't know. You gotta look it up. Yeah.
Hey, I gotta beat that, but Kylie doing.
So guys, listen to me. Go DM Trey right now with your purchase, or DM me after you make your purchase. Go to Spurgo.com. I want to see everybody support this young man. He could be outside selling drugs. He could be outside gangbanging. He could be doing a lot of the wrong things right now, but he's fully locked in. He's fully focused on his goals and his dreams, and every single day he's chasing it. And he is our future, right? He even said he might be the president. I believe whatever this man says at this moment in time. So listen, tap in so you don't get tapped out, and make sure you make your kids listen to this and start taking action on the information. They may hear it, and this may be all they need to change their direction. This may be all they need to start a business. And what I highly suggest you do, you and your family, go to buildwithtrey.com. Right now, go ahead and enroll in his program, right? And the reason why you want to do this, you could build a brand with your family. You could start a T-shirt brand with your family, right? Make your money back in a day or two, utilizing everything that Trey and his mentors break down, right? Mm-hmm. And more importantly, now you could begin to create a legacy for your family. The problem that a lot of us have, especially in the African-American family, we're never taught about ownership. We don't own anything. We don't own our own brands. We don't own anything. So what happens is, year after year after year, we find ourselves going deeper in a hole. So a lot of people right now, they're about to go out for Christmas and bless their kids. New Jordans, new Xbox, all type of toys. And I've watched this. After 30 days, all of those things you bought, they're thrown in the basement. None of those things are adding any more value. So give your kids something as education, right? Here's another problem that I've had with the school district. Why right now, still to this day, between first grade to 12th grade, we never learn about home ownership. Mm-hmm. We never learn about credit. We never learn about building your personal brand. We never learn that you could buy your first investment property utilizing FHA. We never learn that you
putting 3% down.
Right. We never learn about stocks. We never learn about credit. But we will learn that you could go get a degree. We will learn that you could go ahead and get a degree and pay 40, 50 grand a month. 40, 50 grand a year, and you don't start making money until 4 years after you get it. But we don't learn you can invest in a program from someone who did it and apply the information and be able to become successful in a lot shorter time. So if you're listening to this, don't get caught up with materialism. We don't want to look good. We want to be good, right? Mm-hmm. You can't pass down your job and you can't pass down your degree. Don't be preaching that find a good job, work that good job for the next 40 years of your life, then retire on 40%. That's called the 40-40-40 plan. Find a good job, work it for 40 hours a week, work that good job for the next 40 years of your life, then retire on 40% of your income. The problem with the 40-40 plan is we can't even retire
on 100%.
On 100% because we have never been taught about financial literacy.
So how are we going to live on 40%?
So listen to me, guys. If you don't do anything else, you better tap into some information. In order for you to change your life, you must make a decision. You can't keep waiting, hoping, and wishing somebody's going to come change something. You got to be the person to change it for yourself. So again, y'all, thank y'all so much for tapping into this episode. I hope this resonated with somebody here today. I hope someone takes action on this information. I hope somebody supports Spurgo today. And I hope every goal and dream you have come true. Without further ado, stay tuned for the next episode. Please like, subscribe, share, and tell a friend about this information that you're going to apply that's going to change your life.
Let's get it.
Peace.